Monday, November 19th, 2018 at 6 p.m. The agenda items listed below are those which are originally anticipated by the chair to be discussed at this meeting. Okay, chairman's report. The only thing I have as a chairman's report was over on Highland, actually it's not Highland Avenue, it's the old Winchendon Road. I went and I signed off a lot for Tuna, well, what's his name? Wayne Fontaine. It's the last lot of the bunch of houses he's had since 2004. There was a question of something about the wetlands. He is filing a notice of intent, but he says he's not gonna start till spring. But right now he wants to get all the paperwork together and get it all together and bring it in. The problem is the wetlands are in the Winchendon side.
Oh.
It's one of those divided, but the house is gonna be, all the work's being done on the Templeton side. So
Does
I
he
signed
need
it
to go
off
for
because where the house is going is well over 100 feet away from where
Okay.
he's gonna be putting anything in. So that's the only thing I've really done by myself. You didn't go with us on the last set of site walks.
One of them I couldn't have gone
Me
to.
and Dave went, and Carroll went with us, so she
Yeah.
can see what we are doing.
Cool.
And anytime we get any more, if she's available, she said she'd like to go with us, if it's okay with the rest of the board.
Sure.
It's fine with you, okay. You understand that?
Thank
Okay.
you.
And other than that, there is really nothing going on. Miscellaneous emails, you received the emails as I received them, so everything seems to be okay. Ratification of last month's meeting. Okay. I have read them over, I found nothing wrong, I don't know if you have read them over yet. So, Laurie said she sent out another notice to them at 3 o'clock today, to make sure.
I don't know what time it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
she
was-
says around 3 o'clock. so-
Oh, okay.
So they should have gotten them. But
Again, I do apologize
that with
if I
David-
forgot last.
with all the stuff Dave does, if one of the storage facilities messes up, he's
Yeah.
not going.
Yeah.
Right, I'll make a motion to accept the meeting minutes.
I'll second them, all those in favor? Aye. So voted. Okay, notice of intent. Oh, look at that, 6:15, right on time. Okay, it's 33 Lake Ave.
Yeah.
Down, just down the street down here.
Yep.
And it's Mr. Foster who is here. So basically, all he is doing is putting in a house in the same area where the old house was because of the lot size and closeness to the wetlands. That's all he could do. And, you know, this is basically what he's got. He's doing it himself. This is the paperwork that he has. And water, it's got town water and sewer.
Town water, town sewer, yeah.
And luckily, you don't have to have underground electricity, right?
Well, I do.
Oh, they're making you put underground electricity there. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
even though everything else is above ground, yeah.
Okay,
I'm not
well, that was
sure.
that's surprising.
Me too, that's part, I was,
May I have the,
Parcel.
yes, please. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, so we got the cards, yeah. And where's, we don't have the other, but I know who lives there, I think. Yeah, Linda.
Now, 33, I'm trying to remember which one that is.
Huh?
Which one is that on the street? I'm trying to picture it.
33 is actually not a house, it's
Not a
just
house
a
anymore.
lot, it used to be a house, but there was a fire,
Got it.
and then they tore it down back
Yeah,
in
that's
April or May.
Right, not right across from the church, but kind of like
No,
Yeah.
it's up about 5 houses on the right.
on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If you're at the church and you're on the opposite side of the street, it's another couple houses.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, oh, look at that, you even got father to sign it.
I was
Goodness.
impressed myself,
You
you
got
know?
father to sign it, wow.
I actually got them all back. I just fell over. I thought, no way,
Very
they're gonna
good,
get back to
okay.
me from the church or Hoodlers, but they did.
Local oil company, okay, because he abuts the lake.
Yeah, that must be what it is, yeah.
Imagine that, because he abuts the other side of the lake. Okay, these are all these are taken care of there. Here.
So is this going in as a notice of intent?
Yes, it is. Because the water's only 84 feet away.
Right, okay,
Me and Dave measured it the day we went over there.
okay.
And other than that, it's, okay.
It keeps
Oh,
raining, it'll be like 82.
I forgot that,
Okay.
hey, I forgot to read my thing.
I do have one printed out that it's larger
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, right here. The legal notice was, 33 Lake Ave, yeah, Lake Ave, map 1-2, parcel 1-7, NOI. Notice is hereby given in accordance with the MGI Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, that a public hearing will be held for a notice of intent from Donald Foster, project located 33 Lake Ave, accessories map 1-2, parcel 1-7. The proposed project is for a single-family home on the same footprint as the previous home. The hearing will be held in Town Hall, 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton, conference room at 6:15 on November 19th, 2018. Any person desiring to be heard concerning the above application should appear at that time and place indicated above. So again, this is Conservation Commission. And seeing that there is any questions?
There's no site plan or,
No, this is all we had.
okay,
He didn't, all he brought me was the stuff that the building
I did-
inspector had.
I did send one into, what it was, the Mass DPW, that I just, honestly, it was just
Yeah,
something that I
DEP.
put together, yeah, DPD, yes,
DEP.
exactly, not DPW.
Right, and he just received his paperwork, I mean,
I just received my, my
his,
number.
his number for the,
Okay.
putting up his sign, he received that today, he will have that up,
Yeah,
and then he will continue working. He was given permission by the building inspector to put in the foundation a couple of weeks ago, and, it's all set.
okay.
And all they gotta do is go from there. So, is there,
I mean, is there any, I haven't seen the site, but is there, should we put anything in the order of conditions about putting up silt fence or anything, or?
There is-
oh, the silt fence was put up when they tore it down in April.
Oh,
It's
okay.
still up down there, everything's all set. We, it's been checked out, and,
You guys inspected it?
oh yeah, me and
Okay.
Dave inspected it.
I mean, I'm not too concerned about it, it's,
No,
I just.
no, but it's the idea that
Make sure that we're,
it's far enough away that,
it's far enough away,
as long as he doesn't put all his grass clippings and stuff over the silt.
I won't.
as long as,
Over the line, yeah. Okay, so, all those in favor?
yeah, I would make a motion to accept the notice
I
of
will
intent.
also accept it. Okay, we will sign that, and legally, people have 10 days to question it.
Mhm.
If,
Doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be a ton of interest, but I suppose.
whereas there's
Yeah.
nobody here, and
Yeah,
When you're putting a house back up on the same footprint.
yeah, it's gonna look quite similar, just newer than the last
Yeah.
one.
today is the 19th, am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
19th?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
It's a little narrow and not too deep, so we had to go up to get the square footage that they had before, but.
Okay, sign that one. And what's the other one? Yeah, we'll sign this one. Okay, what we're going to do is give you a copy of this in your hand.
Okay.
You have 10 days to record it, and let us know that you gave us a copy of the recording.
Now,
At
where
the
do I
office.
record it? Now,
Worcester,
in Worcester?
Worcester,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else around here goes to Fitchburg.
Oh, that's
We
what I was
don't-
wondering, I thought you guys went to Worcester, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, we
so.
still have to go to Worcester.
Alright. Can it be done electronically, or is it they need an actual copy?
Huh?
Do they need the actual copy, can it be done electronically?
I don't know if it can be
That's a
done
good
now.
question.
I think that lawyers' offices have the ability to do it
Yeah,
electronically.
just-
I don't
just the
think
lawyer's
like
office.
Joe homeowner necessarily
I was
does.
just gonna say, I could either submit, I'm gonna give a copy to my lawyer anyway.
But if you have a lawyer, most of them can record electronically.
Okay, all right, it has been approved close the hearing at 6:25, and have given the landowner a copy in hand to take care of it. Okay.
I'm sorry, this was recorded within 10 days or after 10 days? Within 10 days.
Within 10 days, yeah. They have 20 days to question it, but, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, any abutter or anything wants to complain about something,
Yeah,
yeah. So, other than that,
I guess they all
We're
know
all
about
set.
it at this point in time.
you're all set,
All
we're
right,
all
thank
set.
you. All right, thank you.
This goes
Good luck.
back to the building
Thank you, I
department.
appreciate it.
Oh,
Hopefully,
no
problem.
this
Take
current
care.
weather trend does not continue, and it's gonna be
Brutal,
some
huh?
tough. It's gonna be some slow progress if this weather keeps up like
There'll
this.
be some nice snow tonight.
Yeah, that's.
Start
just
around
what I
2
want,
a.m.?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
No
happy
problem.
Thanksgiving,
You
everyone.
too.
Thank you, happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you. Been cooking turkeys all day long. Take it easy.
You too.
This is our next problem.
What's that?
Nobody has showed up for the
I know,
hearings.
this is really weird.
Huh?
This is really weird.
No.
Yes,
Nobody's shown up for what? Just for
I got 4 other hearings.
the rest of the agenda, yeah.
We're
Yeah.
here till 7:30 if everyone shows up.
Well,
Do-
We'll wait till 7:30. You wanna hold off for a few minutes? You
So
don't
we're
have
here
the
till
number?
7, we have to wait till 7:30 no matter what, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, legally 7:30 anyhow. So 15 minutes between.
okay, do you mind? I'm going to reprint this because I noticed, the number's not on here and I have to double check the other one.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed that, cause it came in late,
Oh, okay.
so I'll bring this back with me.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, and, of course, the one he's taking with him don't have a number either, but,
I wrote it on there.
oh, did you? Okay, thank you.
Now, if Christof does come in at 7:30,
Yep, we can wait at 7:30.
but if he comes in, we can't,
7:30?
I'm just saying, if we get to that one,
Look
then
at that.
we wouldn't be able to
You
vote.
talking about coming in on time. On time.
Really?
How you doing, Chris?
Good, George, how are you?
Good, good.
We on TV?
In case you don't know, this
Yes.
is Nate.
Yes,
Nate, nice to
How you
meet you.
doing?
This is
Nice
Chris.
to meet you, Chris. Yeah, we are being recorded.
Trowbridge.
Wonderful, yeah.
Let's
Sea Lord
see.
Road.
Oh, where is he? Which one is he? No, it's me, I'm picking on him.
okay. 6:25.
Huh?
6:25.
Yeah, I think my homeowner's coming too, but,
Oh, okay.
so we can maybe wait for him for a little bit, but.
Okay. The 6:25?
Yes. I'm going by my phone.
Okay, okay. This is Templeton Conservation, this is 50 Lord Road, Lot 2, Accesses Map 4-08, Parcel 74-2, RDA. Notice is hereby given in accordance with the Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act. This public meeting will be held in Town Hall on 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton, in the conference room. To consider the request for determination of the publicly, Piccadilly. Oh,
Applicability?
applicability.
Yeah.
Without the first AP, it's Piccadilly. Applicability filed by Representative Trowbridge Engineering involved with the construction of a new single-family house that includes the installation of a driveway, septic system, well, and associated grading. The driveway entrance is within 100 feet of the isolated area at the front of the lot. Some of the grading for the septic system encroaches slightly into the 100-foot buffer zone associated with the wetlands at the rear of the lot. This request for determination of applicability is available to public review by calling the Developmental Service Office for an appointment. George Andrews, Chairman, Templeton Conservation. Okay, come on down, Chris.
Well, I have two sets of the plans for you, so we got one more to look at.
That the new plan?
That's a new plan.
That's a new plan.
Have you walked this site, George?
Oh, yeah, me and Dave walked it.
You and Dave walked it, okay.
And, the road's way out here. The house is way out there.
Oh, okay.
So,
Thank you.
So, just to kind of explain everything, Ward Road is over on the right-hand side of the plan, so it's right,
Mm-hmm.
right over here.
oh, it's at the bottom.
It's the bottom, if you're looking at it, very gorgeous. And so, I do have two wetlands areas. One is an isolated wetland that's close to Ward Road, and so now there are wetlands flags out there with numbers on
Yes,
it.
I saw that.
And that area sort of grew a little bit from what, because it looks a lot different out there now.
Yeah, it's
than
a
when
lot
I was
wetter.
there in the summer. Yeah, it's a lot wetter, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so what we're planning to do is put a driveway in, with a house, that's shown, it's a rectangle located here. It's about 200 feet, a little more off the road. And initially, we were gonna put the septic system down in front, but the fill from it was raising the foundation so high. For the style of house that the homeowner wanted, he didn't like that, so we've decided to put the septic system towards the back and
Yeah.
pump to it, so that the grading in the septic system doesn't force the foundation way high. And so I have a wetlands area at the back. This is actually a important vegetated wetlands, a big wetlands. And when I was there, honestly, in the summer, it all looked pretty good back there, and I've just pulled the wetlands line that's shown on Mass GIS on here, which is right about at the property line.
Yep.
I went out there and put some wetlands flags out there, actually did some borings. It moved up the hill a little bit. But I'm still more than, I don't have any work within 50 feet of the wetlands. And what I did do is extend the silt fence. Before I just had it more as a limit of work,
Right,
and now I've brought it all the way around
okay.
Yep.
to try to accommodate for that.
Right.
So that's sort of it in a nutshell, and if you have some questions, and I also revised the culvert at the street.
Right here.
Instead
At
of
the
a
street.
12-inch culvert that I recommended, because there isn't much of a watershed there, but I guess it's standard at 15, so
Yeah.
we put 15.
Oh,
I put 15.
what happens is the town pumps them down at the corner, pumps
Yeah.
upward,
Yeah, okay.
and,
So it's,
that-
it could get over that.
oh, absolutely, I've seen it. So, yeah.
It's a
Okay.
big lot. How big is that lot?
I think it's only a couple acres.
Only a
Only
couple
couple
acres,
acres.
but it's a skinny lot, just,
Now,
Yeah.
you gotta understand that the lot line runs right through here like this now. So this is Hetnick's, he cuts wood down there.
Yeah.
This is a lot, he cut 2 lots off.
Got it.
he gave them to his kid, and his kid sold one of them. I don't know about the other, because they're selling
Yeah, I
him
don't know
one.
about, I don't
North
know,
Main.
I don't know, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
okay,
saw the
Ward
deed, but I
Road.
don't know who.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all right. I just had to worry it myself. Yeah, okay. So about how far away is the driveway up here?
That's about 40 feet, but again, it's sort of not a protected resource area. It's
Yeah.
just, when it's right by the road, I think the town has come in before with backhoe
Yeah.
to create a sump there. So I guess I wasn't really worried about it. I did make an effort to try and do some protection of it, at the driveway entrance. But I didn't really see any need for silt fence, and we're not really gonna be cutting near it. He wants
Yeah.
to have some privacy from the street, so there's gonna be a buffer there.
Yep.
Cutting's gonna be more than 100 feet away from the
And-
house.
And with the town wood there, you have to put all your stuff underground. I hope he's gonna bring it down towards the driveway, go out that
Oh,
way,
yeah, we'll have-
rather than
yeah.
go here and go that way.
Yeah, I'm assuming they'd probably put a pole for us. I mean, we do have one pretty
Oh, yeah,
close by.
poles right across the street here.
Actually, I think it's right there.
Oh, yeah.
I got a benchmark on the pole, so they'll probably put a pole there and we'll go underground from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that'd be the smart thing to do, go to the, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that all seems pretty reasonable to me.
And he's got an interesting style house. I mean, what he wants to do is, I guess he's single at this point and he travels an awful lot and he wants to have a workshop in the basement, garage doors,
Hmm.
and then living space up above.
Yeah,
So trying to raise the foundation to accommodate it with the septic system in the front was
was
Not
way too
It
high.
would've looked fine if it were a conventional sort of styled house.
Right.
I could've done a drive under or something to make it work, but, so that's why it's kind of spread out the way it is.
Okay.
I'm surprised he's not here. I thought he was coming.
Huh?
I thought my client thought was coming.
Well, the way things have been, it's,
Me get stuck in some traffic. He's coming from, he lives down at, Wayland.
yeah, oh, down there where they had all the problems.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of traffic on Route 2.
Huh?
There was a bit of traffic on Route 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Are there any other questions?
No, I make a motion to, for a negative determination of
A
applicability.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so voted. Hearing is closed at 6:34.
So I'm gonna leave those two copies with you.
Yeah.
And,
Don't go away.
Yep.
What we do here now, we sign them, you get a copy,
Okay,
rather than mail them to you, and just so they get recorded.
okay, so yeah, so I have a spot that I leave you guys for agency use.
Yeah.
Spot for you guys to sign, so.
So we'll sign these, and you get a copy, and you gotta, now, did you get a, no, you don't need a number here yet, right?
No,
No.
You know.
I'm just wanting you to read the front, a little note.
Right, the decision when signing,
Thank you.
really, that's something
I,
new?
no, I don't mark them, because I don't know if you're going to accept it or not.
Where do you want me to sign it?
In the Nagle,
Huh?
where it's supposed to be signed. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Okay, just had to put check number one off, okay.
Thank you.
That way you can get recorded, you know, you got that 20 days, or whatever you
Yeah,
have. And this way here,
Actually, no, no, it's no problem.
we save mail.
Maybe the official, I think I might as well sign this too.
Hey, we save mail. Posters. Like that.
Yeah.
Be official?
Folder, awesome.
You can be official.
Take my, post.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, going with the other one. I just slipped it.
Okay, we'll throw that in there. What'd you do?
Oh, ripped it. There we go.
You ripped it.
Oops.
What are we gonna do with you?
I know.
It's been a rough week.
Yes, it has.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Guys, thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
Good
you,
night,
Chris.
Have a great
Have a good
Thanksgiving.
holiday.
You too.
Thank you, happy
It was
Thanksgiving.
fun when I was looking out my front window this morning, and I see 12 turkeys going across my front door yard.
There were a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Where was that? Where did I just see them? Oh, I went up to Ashburnham, up to Stodge Meadow Pond, and there were none when I went in. I came back out the same road, and there must have been 40 of them, and I had to drive like 2 miles an hour through them to kind of
We go-
disperse them, and yeah.
Well, the first day of hunting,
Yeah.
I looked out my back window, and there's a whole bunch out there, right? Around the tombstones. So if they're gonna shoot them, you're not
I'm
gonna
hunting
do the cemetery.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
They know a little sanctuary when they see it.
Right.
No, absolutely, they're smart. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
All right, now.
So what I was saying before is though, if at that 7:30 one, we won't have a quorum because I can't vote.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
So, just for what it's worth.
Do you wanna
So-
give him a call and let him know that?
I guess, maybe I will if that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so that,
Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't speak.
I don't know,
Well,
I don't,
wait, Brittany didn't answer?
No, no. And Dave, the number for Dave goes to Chris's office at work.
You don't have Dave's number, no?
So. I mean, I guess if
Huh?
we could set up a separate meeting prior to a month, I guess would be the only thing we could do, right?
Yeah, we could set it up.
Anyway,
But I'm surprised this person's not here.
Who's that?
Dudley Road?
Oh, yeah.
Rise Engineering.
Yeah. Is this the other lot, or this the one that we looked at?
This is a different lot,
This is a different lot?
yeah. It's the one right next, you know, the bowl?
Yeah,
It's the bowl,
it's the bowl,
the bowl.
yeah.
Yeah, so what they did was, they apparently went a little too far
Yeah.
with the other one, so they had to cut back on it, they're cutting down the trees, no, they had to build it off. There's no water in there,
Yeah.
it's fine. Guys, we could do that one right now, you and I can do that, but, Charlie hasn't shown up and neither has,
Can I take a minute and just use the bathroom real quick?
yeah, okay.
And I'm going to.
We're gonna take a couple minute break. We'll be right back with you.
I'm going to copy.
Yeah. We have decided to desert the place. One day I forgot my phone. somebody locked the back door.
It was locked.
They don't think it was locked. Somebody went up, they automatically locked it.
It was unlocked when I came in.
I know, I just unlocked it.
Was there anyone waiting out there?
Huh?
Was there anyone waiting out there?
No, not until, and we got 3 more hearings, so what I may do is just open the hearings and close them.
Yep.
And put them off to another day, just so you know, it won't take much longer,
All right.
once we go back in here. I had to okay it with everybody else. And who are we?
Dot Stanley, I'm just here, about the Rainbow Drive.
Okay. Okay, because they haven't arrived yet.
Okay. I know I'm a little early.
Huh?
I know I'm a little early.
Oh, no, it's all right. Give you a map on this one.
Okay.
We can do Jamison's and get rid of it
Okay.
after she gets back.
Is that this one that you just handed me?
That's this one, yeah.
Okay.
So what this guy went and did, they cut down one of the trees. Well, that lot has these little circles on it. State property?
Mm.
The tree was in state property.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he caught, holy hell.
Oh my gosh.
On the state.
Is this someone working for VanDyke?
Hmm.
Good evening.
Evening.
And who are we?
Paul Graswitz.
Oh, look at that, he did show up.
Just in time.
All right, just give me a minute and, as soon as my secretary gets back, we'll just getting ready to go into this one. We're looking it over. Everybody's running late today.
Well, yeah, it's kinda, I was sitting there doing something, I look, I'm like, oh my God, I should've left 10 minutes ago. Phew. I drove fast.
Sorry, Mr. Paul.
Okay, as soon as Carol gets here, she's coming in now, we'll be ready.
I'm here.
Yeah, I know. It is now 6:50. And we have a, Mr. VanDyke for lot 4, what is it, lot 3? Lot 3. Okay. Lot 3. Out on Dudley Road, 101. Okay. This is legal notice, Templeton Conservation, Dudley Road, Lot 3, accessories map 2-11, parcel 4.8 RDA. Notice is hereby given in accordance with MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetland Protection Act. That is, public meeting will be held on Monday, November 19th, 2018, at 6:45 at the Templeton Town Hall, 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton. Conference room to consider the request for the determination of applicability filed by the Grouse Engineering, Paul graduates, in behalf of Jamison VanDyke. The project involves the construction of a 3-bedroom house along with a septic tank within the buffer zone of the wetland. The request for determination of applicability is available for public review at the Developmental Service Office, 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton, by calling the Development Services Office. George Andrews, Conservation Commission. Come on up.
All right, good evening. I actually have a revision 2.
Okay.
We added a well, he got relief from having to run the water main.
Uh-huh.
And, so the lots are all gonna have wells on, except for lot 1. As you may recall, we filed an NOI, we had Ecotech from Worcester flag the wetlands out there
Right.
on lot 4.
Lot 4, yes.
And,
Which one's lot 4, just to orient?
lot 4 is the other side of this,
The first one we
there's
did
a
last
right
month.
of way.
That's the one that we did last time.
Last month.
Yeah.
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 And anyway, they knew there was a filing for lot 4. They didn't realize the wetlands were so close to lot 3, because lot 3 is all downhill
Mhm.
from the wetlands. The wetland on lot 4, basically, it's isolated, it stops, well, he flagged it right up to the property line.
I remember it,
basically.
yeah.
And,
Then it goes
so
in
they,
town.
yeah, they got in there and started clearing. I go, wait a minute, we're gonna file paperwork on this.
All right.
So, looking at the situation, the soil, I mean, they had taken trees out right near there, and it was all non-hydric, it was, beautiful sand and gravel.
Sand and gravel, yeah.
So I said, well, I'm not worried about anything getting into the wetlands, because we'd have to go uphill, but we need to file some paperwork, so.
Yeah.
So we filed an RDA.
That'd be,
I didn't put any silt fence on the plan, because it's all uphill from us, and
Yeah.
anything that might ever come into this lot's gonna go into the ground, or at least it'd be graded, so it's not gonna go into the house.
George reminded me of which one it was by saying this was the lot that's a bowl.
Yeah.
It's the bucket.
Exactly.
It's a bowl, which it
We're
is.
filling in a lot of the bowl with the septic, but it's
Okay.
still, the grade is still gonna keep going that way.
My only concern was,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
just becoming a river into the house, but, I mean, it's. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
all graded so that, if it ever did
Yeah.
happen to spill over.
So they're allowing you to do wells instead of extending the main, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
Where's the well? Oh,
kind of up front, right to
Yep.
the side of the house, yeah.
And Laurie's already done that, that's there, okay. Any other questions?
No, it seems fine.
We all set?
Yeah, I'll make a motion for a negative determination of applicability.
Okay. Determination has been proposed. I'll second the determination of negativity. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are done.
All right, great.
We will sign it off. And what we are going to do is give you a set of the papers so you guys can file it,
Okay.
rather than have to wait till it shows up. And finish doing this right here. No, my pen decided not to work. Yeah. All right, we'll just throw the
Another one. Try scribbling on the folder.
okay.
It's not something equipment, I mean, you can't expect it to work.
Oh, you didn't bring lunch? Coffee? Gee, what am I gonna do with you? Here's number one.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll get the new maps in here.
Do you want the old one?
Yeah,
Thank you.
look at that.
That's the old one.
That's the new map?
That's the old one.
Oh, the old
All
one.
right.
Here's the old one.
That's the old one.
Okay, we'll throw that one away, we'll keep the new ones in here.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy
You're welcome.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, that's 3 out of 5. We're getting there. It is now 6:55. We will get into, did you get hold of, did you get hold of him?
No.
Okay. If it comes, it comes, we'll just do what we said we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, 65 Rainbow Drive? Yeah.
66.
Gotta make sure I got the right one. Okay. Okay, Templeton Conservation Commission, 66 Rainbow Drive, Assessors Map 411, Parcel 66. Notice is hereby given in accordance with MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, that a public hearing will be held on Monday, November 19th, 2018, at 7 p.m. at the Templeton Town Hall, 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton, Conference Room, to consider the request for determination of applicability filed by Charles and Paulette Carroll. The project involves landscaping, deck, patio, shed, and cement wall. The request for determination of applicability is available for public review in the development of Developmental Service Offices, 160 Patriots Road, East Templeton, by calling the Developmental Service Office. And that is that. You're on.
I'm on, okay. So we had spoken recently about the wall along the water's edge. So I spoke to a couple different contractors in regards to the actual poured cement, and trying to line somebody up, and also trying to get the equipment down there to do all of that. Sounded like they were like a little hesitant. I then spoke with Concrete Solutions over in Gardner, and they actually do sell a retaining block that is designed to go along the water's edge. And they said they've actually had pretty decent success with it in some other projects that they've used. So again, I know that we had talked about the poured cement, but I didn't know if the block was still an option, or if that's something that is a no-go.
Have you talked to the club, has decided what they?
Yeah, so the last time we had a meeting with the club, we went there, At that point, I was still talking with them about the cement wall, but they basically had said, you know, whatever, they were actually a little surprised it was gonna be the poured wall rather than the block, but they said, obviously, whatever conservation goes with is what they,
Now, whichever you decide you wanna do, which will be easiest.
Yep.
And not make a big mess out there.
yep, nope,
And as
exactly.
long as the stuff you bring up to it
Mhm.
is what the stuff you've already got there.
Yep. And that was actually in part of the, you know, there are all the design requirements and everything is in there for the water application.
Yeah.
So it would all be done to the,
Now, have you, those down at, as you go down the other end of Rainbow Road,
Mhm.
that type down here, I was thinking about those would be something that, is that part of what you're looking at?
Which, on what
Down by
side?
the bridge, way down,
Yes, like, I believe, the one I'm more familiar with is, there's a, camp directly across the pond from us, and they have the blocks.
they have those, yeah.
They do have those.
But I mean, you go down Rainbow Drive, go down
Yep.
the other end,
Yep,
where they redid, George's last year.
yes, I think that's,
That type of wall also is what I was thinking about.
okay,
But you don't wanna go that high.
Nope.
You don't wanna go basically any higher than you've already got.
exactly, that's exactly what we're looking at doing,
And
is
that's what
just
you're
that
looking to
level
do.
right there.
And,
Yep. Yep.
as far as, if the club will okay doing that, I don't see any reason why you can't.
Okay.
And, as I said, DEP
Mhm.
said as long as you do it when the water's down. Now,
Exactly.
you do know they hold them back on the, dropping the water.
So the last I knew was, what's the new date that they're pushing it to?
They haven't said yet.
Okay,
They're supposed to get into me, but because the water is so high over at Hootla's,
oh, okay.
because that's where it ends up, is over the Hootla's, then across the
Exactly.
road,
Yep.
out in that area there. And they don't wanna flood over, like I did a few years back, that pipe was plugged and it went over the road.
I know, it's amazing how much water we've had. I mean, this has been
This,
such a.
this is the worst I've seen the water in this area.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, no, and that's the thing, obviously, we're gonna wait till, you know, that water's drained and then pull out
Right.
the old railroad ties
Okay.
and then put the, you know,
Would you like to speak? Any questions?
Me?
Yeah, anybody? Anybody in the back? Do you understand what he's doing?
I believe so, yes. And
Yeah,
he is
he's gotta
taking
take out the,
railroad ties out.
taking out the old railroad ties and the tires, and they're gonna
well, the
put
tires,
cement
yeah,
block.
cause that's on the tires are on the next lot, so that was.
Well, they're gonna do the same thing.
Yep,
But
exactly.
she didn't file her paperwork yet.
Yep.
But as long as you can file, bring into us exactly what you're gonna
Yep,
do,
yep.
then we'll okay it at that time. So what we'll do is we'll close your hearing now,
Okay,
bring it in for next month.
Yep.
Is that okay with you?
sure.
When's next month? Do you know the date?
Give me 1 second.
That way, it's easier to continue it than try to reopen everything.
Exactly, sure.
And that way there, it's easier for you and
17th.
easier for us.
17th next
So
month?
we'll review it. Now, didn't we did an RDA and we did a partial approval for all the work up.
Up above, yeah.
Up
We've
above.
already done everything
So
up
now
above.
this will
But you
be,
tore the house down instead of moving it, the barn. outside.
Yeah, exactly, because actually the club said that to me, they said, we'd rather you tear it down
Tear it
and
down,
build a
do
new
it,
one,
okay.
so.
That's
Like I
fine.
said, I'm trying to go by
As
what
long as
they-
they know it.
Oh,
As
absolutely.
long as they okayed it.
Yep,
Now,
and they did.
Like I said, all we do is approve the water area
Yep,
and they
exactly.
take care of everything else, basically.
Sure.
But that's, and as the lady said from DEP,
Mhm,
Judy, she says, as long as you keep it level
mhm.
where it is and you don't go any higher on the sides
Yep.
and you bring the grass back out to where it is, the
Exactly.
same type of, right, they have no problem with a, determination rather than a notice of intent.
Okay.
That saves you a bunch of money
Awesome.
and aggravation,
We appreciate that.
and it'll save this, it actually saves them money at DEP too, because they don't have to keep following up on it.
Right, right. Which is always nice, when you have that like continuance,
So, and the other lady, she picked up her paperwork, but she hasn't brought it back in yet.
Okay.
But hopefully we'll have her at the next meeting and we'll approve both of them at the same time.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
Any questions from the other people here? No?
so
Sounds
we
awesome.
can, we're just continuing the hearing at this
Huh?
point. We're just continuing at this point.
We're just gonna continue it until our next meeting.
So the 17th, perfect. Sounds
Correct.
That
good.
is what date?
17th.
17th of December.
Sounds good.
That's all right with you?
And you will be at 6:15.
6:15.
You'll be the first one, you lucky bee.
Sounds good, excellent.
Well, you know, if you can get away from the restaurant.
Well, I'll make sure I bring coffee. Maybe hot cider, you know, it's gonna be right before Christmas
Well,
or
that-
some
that's an
eggnog,
idea
you
too,
know?
Charlie.
Exactly.
Okay,
Find something. Excellent, thank you very much, appreciate it.
okay.
And happy
Well-
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I'll make a motion that we, change this meeting, continue it on the 17th of December.
I second.
Nate, second it. All those in favor? So both.
Aye.
We're missing two people tonight. Okay. All right. So what do we have? We have one more left?
I'll take his paperwork.
Okay, we do have one more left. And what we're going to do with this, I will read it.
They don't have a folder.
Huh?
They don't have a folder.
Christof.
Sorry, I apologize.
Christof.
Yes, I am sorry.
That's okay. Okay, notice that hereby given, South Road, Accessors Map 311, Parcel 38-6, notice of intent. Notice is hereby given in accordance with the Massachusetts Generalized Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetland Protection Act, that a public hearing will be held on the notice of intent from Representative Mark Popham, RS, on behalf of Christof Chartier, project location South Road, accesses map 311, parcel 38.6. The proposed project is a construction permanent across the driveway crossing a vegetated wetland in to allow the upland property maintenance. Use and single-family home construction. The hearing will be held in the Town Hall, 160 Patriots Road, conference room at 7:30 on November 19th. Any person desiring to be heard concerning the above application should appear at the time and place of indicated above. It is now 7:05, or 7, whatever you wrote.
I put 7:04 when you started
That's fine.
reading.
Okay, this, whereas the person has not got here yet, and we do not have we will not have a quorum tonight because this gentleman is unable to vote on this particular one. So we're gonna hold off and do another date. Are you available next Monday night?
Of course.
You are, okay. If Chris was okay with Christof, we can do it next Monday night,
The 26th.
the 26th, and then we will continue this and get it taken care of so we don't have it hanging on our heads. Okay,
Okay, so continue.
I make a motion to move the
Can I-
meeting to the 26th?
Can I second it? I
You
guess?
can, you can second
Just to
it,
make
yes.
sure. Okay, I second it.
Okay, all those in favor, aye, aye.
Aye.
What time?
So that,
What time would you like?
I don't know.
Should I call Christof and find out?
Personally, I could do it at 6. I couldn't do it at 6:30.
Yeah.
But I could do it at 6.
Okay.
Yeah, and probably Dave could do it at 6 too. So,
Yeah.
there's no problem, we'll do it
Fine.
then. We'll-
But again,
Put 6
actually,
o'clock.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you
it doesn't
can't
matter for me.
vote.
I can't be here anyway.
I know that, but I'm just saying, even with Chris, Dave, I don't know why he's not here, but he didn't come.
Okay, so
Okay.
should I just check with Christof for a
Yeah,
time?
check with Christof for a time,
Okay,
and, we will go from there. And the thing is with that, I don't know if this room is available next Monday night or not.
I will find out. Well, if it's only gonna be Christof, I'm suggesting we can just use
The other room.
the other room.
Yeah. Okay. With this, did you notice the date on this?
Yes.
August, so I don't know, this is
Yeah,
sent to the light company, then it's coming to us. I
Yeah.
have no idea what we can do about it. It
Oh,
was
this-
done a long time ago, and we weren't involved in
This
it.
cutting here.
Huh?
Who sent it to us?
Yes,
Is this the Cook Road one you're talking about?
yeah, it came in from Dwelly.
Okay.
brought in this
you want to
afternoon.
go
Does he
back
live on Cook Road? Is that,
Yeah, apparently he owns the land across the street. You know the land that's got the rope across it?
yeah.
He owns that land.
And is he concerned because they're cutting on his land or just because of the
Well,
general?
he's saying that some of the stuff was thrown onto his land from the cut
I see.
across the street, so.
Okay.
We do not know that, because we were not around in August.
Okay.
And that's,
Ooh.
okay, it is now 7:10.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, back to Christof. We'll have to put another notice in the Gardner News?
No, not for a continuation.
Okay,
Nope,
okay,
You do not have to for a continuation.
okay, thank you.
Makes it easier for him, easier for us.
Do we have to stick around in case anyone shows up?
No, but Jassy Bratko, I think, wants to talk. Didn't know who she was, did you? I did.
No, we've met before. On the walkthrough.
This is my husband, Tom, who's
Hi, Tom.
come in to help me demonstrate some stuff if you want me to. So, I brought a hand.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So,
We have show and tell as well.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'll bring it over so you can see it
If
better.
you
Turn it around.
remember, Dwelly Farm Conservation Area, we want to build
Yep.
a
Yep.
40-foot bog bridge, which is a pretty long bridge.
Yeah.
So the original plans that I showed you had long telephone pole supports.
Yep.
Which I've always been a little concerned about that for structural, because this is going to be a
Okay.
multi-use bridge, including equine use and whatever. So I wanted to just have an engineer check it over. And you couldn't find anyone who would sign off on the telephone poles for structure.
Yeah,
Okay.
mainly because of the creosote and stuff in them.
Well, I think it was the, more the
It was
weight
actually the
support,
Oh, that could
the
be
actual
too.
weight support.
Oh,
So
sorry.
what we found was these supports right here, which have been used by different applications, but particularly in your package, if you look, it's been used on a DCR property in North Andover.
Mhm.
And basically, what they do is those pans will just set right down on the surface of the
Yeah.
swamp, the bog,
Mhm.
and you put them every 7'2" apart. And they are what supports the bridge.
Right.
And then we had the bridge designed by actually Mackenzie Engineering, because the company that sells those pans had an engineered design, which I've included in your packet, but
Mhm.
it couldn't support enough life on it for what we need. So we had Mackenzie Engineering out of Leominster give us the new guidelines, which I've included in the back of your packet.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that the Conservation Commission is okay with us using these particular supports, which will be set right down onto the surface of the bog. They're aluminum.
No, they're galvanized.
Oh, galvanized steel, I'm sorry, galvanized
Yeah.
steel, sorry.
They basically just sit in the muck, and the engineering, people I talked to in Wisconsin, where they made them,
Yeah.
says it works as suction as well as
Really?
anything else, and it holds they have a engineered weight of 20,000 pounds, the two of them together, so.
What keeps them from sinking further into the mud?
Well, it doesn't matter if they do,
Yeah.
because this is this is a 4x4 here. So they said, what you do after the first year is take these, get a bumble jack,
Yeah.
take these bolts out, jack the thing up, level it off.
So you adjust the bridge
Adjust the bridge on a
every
yearly
year
basis.
based on,
Yeah,
until it sinks as deep as it needs to.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's
it looks like it's a good thing.
It's really neat, actually.
it's a great idea,
It's a
actually.
great idea.
So they have two of these things 5 feet apart.
Yep.
And we're gonna basically build a bridge off-site and bring the sections on-site and just set it down on this lip here and bolt them down, and then we'll deck it, so.
So you've got, so you got your posts running up. Yeah.
Mackenzie's picture is probably better.
Yeah, that's the one in the very back.
Yeah, the last one right here, the one we got.
That's the actual specifications of
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're building it to. I first heard about these at the DCR Trails Conference last year, They
Mhm.
did a workshop on building bridges and.
Yeah, they had
house
one
and-
down at the MAC. They had one at MAC a couple of weeks back
Oh,
on
okay.
bridge building.
Oh, okay. I should have gone to that one too.
Yeah,
But,
MACC.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
They had one session on building bridges.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat, huh?
It's cool.
Yeah,
I
you
mean-
really-
I think this is a lot easier than doing the telephone, much better than doing the telephone poles myself.
Plus, a lot easier construction wise in terms of
Yeah, and it's adjustable, which is even better.
getting it out there and,
I can see a lot of applications for something like that in tricky areas for
right,
building
Okay.
bridges.
seems like a great idea to me.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this. I think this is good. I will, bring it up to the other board members, but I also, did you talk to the building inspector about something like that? No, not yet?
No, I didn't know I had to talk to.
Oh,
the
I don't know if you do or
building
not. I'm just, you
inspector. Yeah,
know.
no,
Yeah,
no, I just thought that you were
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
people I needed.
It looks fine for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously never seen it before, but I'm interested from a construction perspective, but from a conservation perspective, I can't, seems like a pretty non-disruptive way to do it.
That's why we wanted to bring the pan in.
Yeah,
It's easy to, when you see it.
it's much easier to see, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah,
As long as they're running handrails.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we are.
I know
The
you
rest of
do.
the bridge is gonna be exactly the same, it's just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
support.
It's just the support, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see where there'd be any problem from our
okay,
perspective.
great, thank you, thank you.
it looks great to me, it's
Yeah,
cool.
looks good to me.
All right. One other thing that I wanted to bring up to you, North County Land Trust, and this wasn't, I didn't put this as an agenda item because it's only just come up. North County Land Trust has just begun on coming up with a strategic conservation plan for the whole organization. And so we're working with the Conway School of Design, and they're actually going to be writing up the plan for us. But
Okay.
it's going to be a process that is starting now and will go through till March.
Okay.
But what we want to do, because we're a regional land trust that covers 14 different towns, of which Templeton is one, we really want input from conservation commissions, open space committees, and whoever else, land trusts in our area, as to what they would like to see in their own communities. So with that, we are scheduling a sort of initial kickoff meeting, which is going to be next week. There's a doodle poll on there, and I'm gonna ask Carol if I can send you an email, Carol, so you can forward it to
Yeah.
all
Yep.
the members. So there'll be a doodle poll, and if you're interested in coming, and we really hope there is, someone from,
Now, is Carrie Shepherdson part of you?
yep, she's still on our board.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay,
she's
'cause-
on our,
yeah, because everything I get from anywhere concerning anything like that, I send to Carrie.
and to Carrie, okay,
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
and she'll,
Yeah,
she's
she-
obviously part of it, but
Yeah, she'll take care of it, okay.
we really like to get as much input as we can, so I wanted to make you aware of that meeting, and I'll send Carol
Okay.
the email, and if anyone, or anyone else who is interested, then please pass
sure.
that along.
Sure.
Uh,
All right,
Great,
thank you.
very good, thanks very much. We'll get
It is
building,
now 7, well, we'll go with 7:20.
bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank
you, good luck.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Be
absolutely.
interesting going in,
It'll be kind of a fun project.
if the water ever drops.
Yeah, I know, right?
We
I
started
make a
with
motion
bridges,
that
but-
we retire for the evening.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have you ever seen anything like